No separate, yeah. Yeah.
I started playing poker 4 years ago. I was offered a job on Poker Night Live and never played a hand in my life. Nick Welfall was the one that taught me how to play the game. I played brag, so I knew that a flush beat a straight, but that was about it. But to be fair, I've probably had some of the best tuition you can get. I worked for 3 years on the show. I got to ask whatever questions I wanted. It's a good tournament. It's a ladies' tournament now. There's lots of questions and speculations about whether ladies' tournaments should be allowed, you know, whether it's fair, why isn't there male tournaments? Come on, let's be honest, there's plenty. Usually there's only about one female in them. But it's a really good field, actually. I think it's a really good game. A lot of people who weren't so sure about the game, I think, have gone now because it's got to that point where you do need to use what you know to stay in the game. As far as strategy goes, generally early on in these things I try to steal as many small pots as possible. I don't want to get involved with any big hands at this stage of the tournament. I want to learn about my opponents. I want to try and steal pots that seem weak and then just get it in with the nuts or a very good hand if you happen to hit it on the flop. I've got to change gear now. It's got to the point now where a lot of the poker decisions, a lot of the play is not happening. Play on the flop and the turn and the river certainly isn't happening so much. Generally it's pre-flop play, get all your chips in, try and ride it out to the river and see how you go. Or make a raise pre-flop and hope everyone folds to your 6-7 offsuit, which you've tried to steal with. If you're a woman in the game and you're starting out and you want to learn to play, online is a great place to learn because you learn how the game works, what you should and shouldn't be doing. But it's a very different game if you want to start playing live. Now, for a woman in a live game, you know, come on girls, we can use what God gave us against those goddamn men. They don't like playing you. They generally think if you bet you've got it. They think women don't bluff. Generally, a lot of women don't. Believe them. If a woman's betting at you, generally she does have what she's telling you that she has. But we can use that to our advantage. And if you're just starting in the game and you go and sit down, the best advice I can give you is just to not worry about it because it's really daunting, it's really scary. You're generally surrounded by men who think they've got the better of you already, but the truth is they're scared of you already. They're not sure how to take you. A lot of them think you shouldn't be there or they don't know what to do with you because you're there. And if you're ever unsure, if you're never sure, just fold. It's easy, you know, play ABC poker, play what you know, and if you get stuck and if you're ever not sure, just fold your hand. It's one of the strongest moves in poker, the fold. It is difficult to do sometimes, but it's a great way to learn. And also when you're sat there in a live game and the action is happening, if you're not in the hand, perfect opportunity to sit and learn. Watch everything. Try and put people on hand and then see if you're right. It's a great way to learn. Some of the best advice I was given early on, it's a really easy game to learn, very difficult one to master, and is to play a game in a particular style. It gives you so much information. If you say to yourself, okay, in this game, I'm only allowed to raise or fold. You learn so much by playing a whole game, whole sit and go tournament online. Just raise, or just fold, and you learn so much. And from there, it gives you the gumption to be able to do it when you need to do it, when it counts.